Okay, I'm Mario Linhares and I'm broadcasting directly from the pavilion number 2 of Rio Centro, where we are holding Rio+Agro, the most relevant agro-environmental forum in the world. And I have the pleasure of speaking to my great friend, Dr. Florian Kongoli, one of the greatest scientists in the world, specialized in sustainability. And he is the CEO of Flogen Technologies, and also the president of Flogen Stars Outreach. And he's the curator of the largest event focused on sustainability through science and technology that is called SIPS. That is going to be taking place in a little more than a month in Cebu, Philippines. And you are one of the stars, one of the international stars of Rio+Agro. You had your lecture today talking about sustainability, about artificial intelligence. So first of all, welcome to Rio+Agro Talks and to Rio+Agro, Dr. Florian.
Thank you, Mario. The pleasure is mine to be with you again. We meet in different places of the world. Several times we met in Rio de Janeiro, and here we are again. It's a pleasure to be with you, to be again at the city of my honorary citizenship. As you know, you know very well, more than anybody else, I am honorary citizen of Rio de Janeiro. So the pleasure is mine to be again here and to be especially with you in this studio, your star studio.
Yes, one thing that is interesting, in 2018, Dr. Florian brought SIPS, Sustainable Industrial Processing Summit and Exhibition, and at the time 8 Nobel laureates to the marvelous city, to Rio de Janeiro. And his effort of promoting science and technology in the marvelous city in Rio de Janeiro was recognized by receiving the title of honorary carioca.
Correct.
So you've been a carioca for a little over 5 years right now.
Yes.
And this is a city that you love a lot. I believe that.
Yes, that's one of the cities I feel home. Every time I come here, it's completely different. I go all over the world, but the affinity that I feel with Rio de Janeiro is actually unique. It will take me a little bit longer to explain how it happens, but there are so many. I have so many stories in this city. I have beautiful stories which debunked, by the way, some impressions that people had about the city. Always enjoyed. I've been alone walking in the Copacabana beach at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning, alone with the phones in my hand. And I had no incident. Has been really something very, very particular. That's why I like a lot Rio de Janeiro. By the way, many people tell me that you're lucky because you look like a Brazilian. Actually, I came from Japan here. So I came from Japan to come to Japan, Montreal, São Paulo, Rio. You know, many Japanese friends know me as Brazilian.
Well, they're not wrong, at least carioca. Now, Dr. Florian, this is your second edition of Rio+Agro.
Correct.
You were also one
Yes.
of the international stars,
Yeah.
one of the international keynote speakers for the 2024 edition.
Yeah.
And, sorry, and you were impressed with the first edition.
Mm-hmm.
And now, the second edition, much bigger,
Yeah.
as we came to the largest exhibition hall in Latin America, Rio Centro.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you compare both editions? What was the difference between the first and the second?
Well, the first one, it was organized in a golf course. Beautiful surrounding, but the first one, it was smaller than this. Now, to see Rio+Agro at Rio Center, the biggest exhibition hall in South America, this is something really a good achievement. So we want to congratulate you all, Carlos Favoreto, Marcelo, you've done a magnificent job. How many interviews you've done? 52.
52 interviews in 3 days.
I am the 52nd because
53rd, 53rd. But so, and my voice is a little bit.
Yeah, that's why
yeah.
your voice is like this.
Yeah,
So,
it's falling apart.
so
but very happy.
congratulations, is magnificent job, magnificent job. That's why we see the result. That's why we see the growth. So now it will be in 2027,
Yes.
every 2 years, and I guess you're gonna you'll be much bigger. I mean, you know, Brazil is known for agriculture. You know, it exports. I don't know in percentage, but what's the percentage of GDP?
But it's a matter of fact. We are the GPD 1/4, formal jobs 1/3,
1/3.
and exports half. Half of all exports in Brazil come from agribusiness.
It's big. It's big.
It is huge.
So this is the advantage of Brazil in agronomy, and this is unparalleled. I mean, with other countries. So you have huge opportunities. Huge opportunities, not only to one client, but to one country, but around the world. And that's why we see in Rio+Agro this dedication and this participation in exhibition and in the conference.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Florian, one thing that many people, we've known each other for over 10 years. And the first time I watched a lecture presented by you, something called caught my eyes. That was your Flogen sustainability framework. Yes. And you presented this at the United Nations in Switzerland, and also it became law in a city in Rio de Janeiro called Nova Friburgo. And what catches my eye is that you have a very objective definition of roles and also of elements that form sustainability. What can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, the story is so long, but just to explain it short. When we started, by the way, when we started in 2003, SIPS, Sustainability Through Science and Technology, or Sustainable Industrial Processing Summit, the word sustainability was foreign to scientific community. They had no idea what it is. They never did any link. On the other side, people dealing with sustainability were against science and technology. They were saying we should not be slave of science and technology. We should not use iPhone. We should not use this. So it was for those people dealing with sustainability in 2003 up to 2010. Actually, the science and technology was their enemy. We're the only one to put science and technology in the forefront of the sustainability, and that's what you see booming today. It's our contribution. You see booming everywhere in science also. This is our contribution, and this is shown in many videos. But because this came because of confusion in literature. The literature everybody was putting in the same box apples and pears, and nobody knew exactly. Even today, we have a video in our website showing the confusion, the concept of people about sustainability. It was done last year, so it's not so far away. So we divided criteria from the pillars, from the actors. First of all, to be sustainable, you have to to fulfill simultaneously the three criteria: economic, environmental protection, economic growth, and social development. But these are criteria. To be sustainable, they have to be achieved simultaneously. Who are the actors of pillars that can make this possible, or can hinder or destroy sustainability? There are science and technology, government and management, and education and civil society. These are three pillars. A table of three pillars equally important. Any of the pillars goes down, the whole thing goes down.
Exactly.
This was 2015, and then here we are today, and this has been a big contribution. And this I mentioned in my lecture today was the analysis of the role of AI and automation in agrobusiness, in agriculture. That was analyzed based on Flogen sustainability framework. Basically, we are proud to have the city of Nova Friburgo to turn Flogen sustainability framework into law. All projects will pass our criteria in order to be approved.
Okay, well, we're getting to the end of our interview. It's a pleasure of talking to you always, yes, and I would like to thank you very much for coming to Rio+Agro to being one of the stars we know. You came from Japan.
Yes.
You flew 36 hours to be here.
Correct.
And your stamina
Stamina.
is so
When
great.
when I
It
come
inspires
to
us.
Rio, there's
Yes.
no, we don't count the hours on the plane. We don't count the time. It's the moment I get out on the plane and feel the aroma of Rio. It's really out of the and feel the aroma of Rio. It's a very special aroma, by the way, from
Galeon.
Galeon and or from Saint-Dumont. It is you cannot find it anywhere else.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you also.
We are proud to have Dr. Florian here. We'd love to have you too. We are getting to the end of Rio+Agro. The next one is going to be in 2 years, but very soon in the closing ceremony, we're going to have a big surprise for you about 2026. And Dr. Florian is very likely to be involved in it. This is Rio+Agro Talks. Thank you very much for being with us.